Okay, this is the name of the story. Wemberly Worried. And who do you think that person is right there?
Wemberly.
Wemberly. And what does Wemberly have in her hand? A toy. And we're going to find out about this toy to see who this toy actually is. Okay, so this book is Wemberly Worried. And the name of the person that wrote this book is Henkes. Kevin Henkes wrote the book, and he also drew the pictures in the book. So we're going to read about Wemberly worrying. Have you ever worried about anything? Yes. What have you worried about? You didn't, oh my goodness, you didn't want to go to school. What did you worry about? You were worried about your doggy. And what are you worried about?
I was worried about school because there's a lot of people see me.
Oh my, you're going to love this book. Okay, what did you worry about?
I'm not bad because I don't want to go to school.
Okay.
I
Well,
want to see my friend.
okay, what did you worry about?
I didn't want to go to school.
You didn't want to go to school. Well, you're going to be really happy about this book because we're going to talk about some of the things you worry about. And does anybody speak Spanish?
Yes.
Okay, do you know what the word worry is in Spanish? What's the word in Spanish for worry? Unga? Okay. So, I thought the word for, one of the words in Spanish for worry is preocupación. Okay? Yes. Okay, let's start our story about Wemberly Worried. And here's a picture of Wemberly. Wemberly worried about everything. And there she is with her doll. And that doll's name is Petal. Can you say Petal?
Petal.
All right. Wemberly worried about big things. You see her? This is Wemberly, and it's at night, and everybody should be asleep. But Wemberly is up, shining a flashlight in her parents' room. Who are those two people in the bed? Mommy and Dad, and Wemberly is worried about her mom and dad. I wanted to make sure you were still here. Wemberly worried about little things and things in between. Here is Wemberly in the bathtub. What do you think she's worried about in the bathtub?
Her dog.
Okay, that could be one thing. What else could she worry about in the bathtub?
Kitchen.
The kitchen?
Taking a shower.
Taking a shower. Okay, so Wemberly in this picture, she is worried about if she will shrink in that bathtub. Do you think she'll shrink in that bathtub?
Yes.
No, I don't think she'll shrink in that bathroom. Okay, so Wemberly worried in the morning. She worried at night. She worried all through the day. Now, who do you think this person is standing?
Grandma.
That's Grandma. And Grandma has on a t-shirt, and that t-shirt says, "Go with the flow." So do you think Grandmommy's worried about anything?
Yes.
No, she's not, but Wemberly is. So Wemberly said, her mom said, "Wemberly, you worry too much. You worry, worry, worry." Her grandmother said, "Too much worry, Wemberly." Do you think she's worrying too much?
Yeah.
I think so too. At home, Wemberly worried about the tree in the yard. Do you see that big tree in the yard?
Yes.
That's a big tree, okay?
I have a big tree too.
You have a big tree in your yard. Are you worried about that big tree?
Me too.
You have a big tree in your yard? Okay.
And I have a bulldog and I have a big giant tree.
You got a big giant tree and a bulldog? Oh, are you worried about that bulldog?
I got that too.
You got a dog too. Okay, well, okay, go ahead. Are you worried about that dog? No, you Okay. And what are you worried about? You got a big tree too. Okay, let's see what else Wemberly is worried about. And she worried about the crack in her wall at the house.
Oh, that's bad.
That's bad. And she also, what do you think that is?
A carriage.
A carriage? Okay, this is probably something you've never seen, but this is called a radiator, and it heats up your house. Wemberly is even worried about the noise that the radiator makes. She's really worried. At the playground, Wemberly worried about the chairs, the chains on the swings, the bolts on the sliding board, and she also worried about the jungle gym.
Oh, that looks fun.
That looks like fun, but see, Wemberly's not having fun. She's sitting there worrying about it. But would you have fun, or would you sit there and worry?
I would have fun.
I would have fun too.
Me too.
And always she worried about her doll, Petal. Now you got to remember Petal's name. So Wemberly's riding along in the car, and she's in a car seat. Guess what? She's worried about if her doll, Petal, needs a car seat too.
Me too.
Wemberly just worried and worried.
All day.
Don't worry, said her mother. Don't worry, said her father. But Wemberly worried. She worried and worried and what? Worried, yes. When Wemberly worried, she rubbed her doll's ears. So what's that doll's name?
Wemberly.
Petal. Petal. She rubbed Petal's ears. Wemberly had a birthday party, and she was worried that no one would come to her birthday party. But look at all these children that came to the birthday party. Can you see them?
Yeah.
What do they have in their hands? What are they bringing to
A
the
surprise.
They're bringing surprises. And look at this little girl. She's in a wheelchair. Do you know anybody in a wheelchair? You do? Who do you know that's in a wheelchair?
A bicycle. My mommy Patience.
Your mommy's Patience. Okay.
When she go away.
And do you know anybody in a wheelchair?
I know
Who?
a grandma.
Your grandmother. Okay. So,
I got one of those.
you got a wheelchair? Okay. So everybody came to her party. And after she saw all of those people coming to the party, she was worried if they would have enough food to eat at the party. Okay?
Hot dog and corn dog.
That's what you would have at your party.
Nope. I would.
What would you have at your party?
I would have a dirt bike.
A dirt bike.
Okay.
She's going to make a cake. Okay, so when you have a party, ask Miss Young if you can invite Miss Jones if you're going to have all that good stuff at your party. I would love to come to your party.
I would have some clowns and
Okay. So what does this look like? What holiday or
Halloween.
Halloween? Okay. So what is Wemberly dressed like for Halloween? A butterfly.
And I'm going to take me to
On Halloween, Wemberly worried that there would be too many butterflies in the neighborhood. Okay? That's a cheese. He's got a costume like a cheese, a piece of cheese. And he's got cheese on his head.
That's a woman.
That's a woman. What do you think that is in the wagon?
A little woman. A baby.
A baby ghost. Have you ever seen a ghost before?
No.
Okay, everybody, let's have a
What
seat.
is that? Ghost?
That looks like a
Witch.
witch. Okay, let's all sit back down.
No,
Okay.
that's a witch.
All right, let's sit back down so we can finish the story.
over. Wizard.
Okay.
It's a wizard.
You worry too much, said Mother. When you worry, I worry. And her father said, worry, worry, worry. What does this look like, this building? School. You remember, some of you said you worried when you first went to school? Well, Wemberly's worried about school too. So how did you feel when it was your first day of school?
I felt sad.
You felt sad?
I felt happy.
You felt happy.
I felt sad.
You felt sad?
I
Okay, let's find out how Wemberly felt. Soon Wemberly had a new worry, and it was about school. Wemberly worried about the start of school more than anything else. So this was her biggest worry, going to school. Look at some of the things she worried about. She worried, what if no one else has spots? What if no one else wears stripes? What if no one else brings their doll? What if the teacher is mean? Did you ever worry about if the teacher's mean?
No.
But you don't have a mean teacher, do you?
No.
No. Oh, good, Miss Young. She's not a mean teacher. What if the room smells bad? Ooh. What if they make fun of my name? What if I can't find the bathroom? What if I had to snack? What if I cry?
Double F.
Double I, okay. She worried all the way there. Who do you think's taking her to school?
Mom and Dad.
Mommy and Daddy.
And Grandma.
And Grandma.
She's staying there.
Okay, so she's finally arrived at school. While Wemberly's parents talked to the teacher, Mrs. Peachum, Wemberly looked around the room, and she was look at all these children. Do you think they're having fun at school?
No.
You don't think they're having fun?
Yes. That looks fun.
That looks fun. I would like to be in that classroom. But do you see Wemberly?
Yes.
No, that's not Wemberly. No.
Right there.
Okay, on this page, where is Wemberly?
There.
Okay, you're going to be surprised. Okay, sit back down. I'm going to show you where Wemberly is. That's little Wemberly peeping around the wall. So she is sort of worried about going to school. And there's another little girl. She's not playing with the others. She's standing over there by herself.
I think she's scared too.
You think she's scared too?
I think she's in timeout.
Well, you think she's in timeout. Well, let's see if she's either in timeout or if she's worried. At first, Wemberly and Jewel just peeked at each other. So this little girl's name is Jewel, and her name is Wemberly. This is Petal, said Wemberly. This is Niblet, said Jewel. So they got to be friends.
They're friends because they got...
Throughout the morning, Wemberly and Jewel sat side by side and played together whenever they could. Petal and Niblet sat side by side. Wemberly worried, but no more than usual, and sometimes even less. So do you have a friend at school that you can play with?
Yes.
What's your friend's name?
Shania.
Janaya? Okay. Where's Janaya? Okay. Shania, that's your friend. And what's your friend's name? Okay. And I have a friend too. What is my friend's name? Miss Young. Okay.
My friend is Jeremiah.
Is Jeremiah? Okay.
My friend is
All right, so this is the end of the day, and Wemberly had a good time. Okay, are you listening? Are you listening? At the end of the day, Mrs. Petal called out to Wemberly, please come back tomorrow. And what do you think Wemberly said? Okay, I will. Don't worry, Mrs. Peachum. So now, Wemberly and her mom and dad are happy because Wemberly is not worried anymore. And that's the end of my story. Okay, so if you did you enjoy the story?
Yes.
So what would you do if you worry? Do you have someone you could talk to about worrying?
My mama and my dad.
Your mom and your dad? Who would you talk?
I would talk to my older, my
Okay.
friends.
Who would you talk to?
I talk to my grandma.
You would walk to your grandma.
I talk to
Okay, do you remember the name of the story? Wemberly World. Well, thank you so much. You have been a beautiful class, and I will come back and